Hi, my name is Lindsay and I work in the Children's Department at the Downtown Library. I want to tell you about YRCA 2022. It's a battle of the books where all the books are picked by kids and only kids get to vote for the winner. The books I want to tell you about are for the Junior Division, which is for grades 4 to 6, and you can vote for your favorite before April 15th, 2022. The first book I want to tell you about is called Other Words for Home by Jasmine Warga. Jude is forced to leave her dad, big brother, and friends in her hometown in Syria and move to the United States with her pregnant mother. Adjusting to life in America is difficult, but there are also some good things about her new life she never expected, like finding a new Arabic-speaking friend. This is a free verse book for anyone who's trying to find their place in the world. Next is Dragon Pearl by Yoon-Ha Lee. 13-year-old Min's family has a secret. They are fox spirits who can shapeshift and use other types of fox magic, but her mother forbids anyone in the family from using it. When Min's older brother Jun is accused of deserting his post in the Space Forces, Min decides to defy her mother and use her magic on a quest to find Jun. This book is an exciting fantasy with Korean folklore elements for fans of Rick Riordan. Another fantasy adventure is A Royal Guide to Monster Slaying by Kelly Armstrong. Rowan and her twin brother Reith have different destinies. Hers is just to be the boring queen, but his is to be the royal monster hunter. Rowan would give anything to switch places, and when tragedy strikes, she finds herself hunting the most dangerous monster of all, a griffin. This is the first book in a series full of mythical creatures and other charismatic characters. New Kid by Jerry Craft is the only graphic novel in the contest this year. It was the winner of the Newbery Medal, which is one of the highest honors for kids' books in the world. Jordan is a 12-year-old black boy who loves drawing and really wants to go to an art school, but his parents enroll him in a prestigious middle school where he is one of the only kids of color and not from a rich family. He starts to notice lots of microaggressions from his mostly white teachers and classmates, and struggles to stay true to his roots and follow his passion for drawing while also trying to fit in at his new school. If you like graphic novels by Raina Telgemeier or Svetlana Chmakova, you'll love this book. The next book is for animal lovers and fans of survival stories. It's called A Wolf Called Wander by Roseanne Perry, and it's based on the true story of a wolf known as OR-7. A young wolf cub called Swift gets separated from his family when a rival wolf pack attacks. He faces forest fires, hunters, hunger, and highways as he wanders over 2.5 thousand kilometers to find a new home. The book contains beautiful illustrations throughout, and at the end there's a map of OR-7's actual journey throughout the Northwest US, information about wolves and other animals in their habitats, and photographs of OR-7 and other wild wolves. Another book for animal lovers is Song for a Whale by Lynn Kelly. Iris is a 12-year-old girl who was born deaf and communicates in sign language, which other kids her age aren't that good at, so she has trouble making friends and communicating with her classmates. In science class, she learns about a whale called Blue 55, who sings a song no other whales can hear. Iris knows exactly how Blue 55 must feel, so she comes up with a plan to sing back to him. This book is also based on the true story of a whale called 52 Blue, whose song has been recorded by scientists, but the whale itself has never been seen. Next up is Shouting at the Rain by Linda Mullally Hunt. Delcy lives with her grandmother. She refuses to talk about Delcy's mother, who left years ago. Delcy's been looking forward to her friend Brandy visiting for the summer, but when Brandy dumps her for a new friend, Delcy starts hanging around with Ronan, a boy with a bad reputation. As Delcy and Ronan grow closer, they both begin to heal from the pain of past relationships and discover that the sun is always in the sky, it just gets hidden sometimes. Read this book if you like realistic fiction and want to relive the feeling of making a new best friend. Finally, Indian No More is a book based on the true story of Indigenous author Charlene Willing McManus, who died in 2018. Tracy Sorrell finished the book, and it was published in 2019. In 1957, Regina Petit and her family, members of the Umpqua tribe, lived on the Grand Ronde Reserve in Oregon. At that time, First Nations peoples were referred to as Indians. When the United States government passed a law saying that Regina's tribe no longer exists, she suddenly becomes Indian No More. She and her family are forced to relocate to Los Angeles, where she meets people of other colors for the first time and faces the harshness of racism against herself and her new friends. Without her tribal community and land, Regina struggles to figure out who she is, Indian, American, or both. And will her family ever be okay again? All of these books are up for the prestigious YRCA 2022 award. Teachers, you can sign out a Junior YRCA kit for use in your classroom. Each kit has 2 copies of the books, ballots for voting, and a resource guide with information about the books and the authors. These kits can be signed out for 6 weeks at a time. You can find the books and more information at sapple.ca or give me a call at 780-459-1552. Thanks for listening, and happy reading.